Hi y'all, it's me again. Are we talking on this app now or what? First and foremost, I would like to start by saying that I am so unbelievably grateful for all of the love that you're showing Film Noir. I wish every single one of you was in front of me right now so I could say thank you. I'm not joking. Y'all do not know how much this means to me, but maybe with a little bit of a backstory, you can get a glimpse into why my gratitude for all of your love and your support is so heavy. So to anyone who is new here, I am a first-generation immigrant from Morocco. So I was born in Morocco, and my family immigrated to Canada when I was just a baby. And basically, my parents had to restart from square zero. My sisters and I were very fortunate to be put in music lessons, but that was because my parents had two rules. If it has to do with education or with music, then it's a yes. But my parents were literally like, they had to restart their entire education from square zero, working multiple jobs. Like, it was not easy for them. All this to say, I've always loved music. I've always loved writing. I don't remember a time where I wasn't singing. I literally don't. Like, when people are like, when did you start singing? I don't remember. Like, literally when I was 5 weeks embryo. I wrote my first song when I was 6. Actually, the first song that I have like physical evidence of is one that I wrote when I was 6. I probably wrote something before that too. So I've been writing my whole life. I've always loved music. Being an artist is so unrealistic. I think you have to be so delusional to truly be an artist. There's nothing that makes sense about this job. There is like the chances are already so slim of anything ever really working out. And then you add on top of that I am an immigrant But I decided to keep my artist name as my real name, Faouzia, which I thought was so important. I had a gut feeling like as I was starting to do things professionally that it was very important that I keep my real name and not change it into something that may be more digestible to the West, because there wasn't really anybody in the space that had like a North African, Middle Eastern name. Also, I'm named after my grandma, and I love that. So all of this leading to my next point. Fast forward, I was signed to a label for 7 years, was pulled in so many different directions, and a year ago, I got dropped. So I was dropped from my label, and I don't speak about it too much or say much about it because I've always been the type of person to just pick myself back up and keep going, and I just never felt like I had the choice. I never felt like I could sit there and like wallow in self-pity, and I also never saw the point of it. I was just like, I would much rather get back up and keep going because I always had a mission. And also, low-key, as a woman of color, like, I feel like you can't take a second. You actually can't be vulnerable. You kind of have to be exceptional, beyond exceptional, to get like half an opportunity. But that's a discussion for another time. So I get dropped and I'm at a point where I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to do this on my own. So that is what I did. I took a massive risk for my creative vision, and I decided to fund the entire album myself. Everything. And if you guys are wondering, wait, why did she go years without having not one music video to having a music video for every single one of her songs? That's because I paid for every single music video. Was it stupid? Maybe, I don't know, but I feel like if you're not going to take a risk in yourself, who will? Literally nobody else will. And that's something that I quickly realized over the years. Being independent, I was like, okay, this is the time that you take a risk on yourself. But with that came, I guess, a lot of lack of support from major companies, platforms, or anybody that can really put you on a platform. I'm going to use Unethical as an example because she's kind of front and center right now. We're going to give her a little bit of attention. I checked the data behind that song and the streams, and 99% of the streams are from you going on Spotify or whatever other PSB, and adding the song to your playlist and listening to it. 1%, 1% are from editorial playlists. That's basically zero. That basically means like it's not being playlisted, like it's not. Which like in the end is truly the best case scenario because it is love for the music that is fueling it. Same thing with Film Noir. When it came out, it was kind of like crickets, low-key. But you were so loud and so supportive. Being an artist has its ups and its downs. And I just think this year has felt oddly very isolating in a very like business professional sense. But then with you and the people that are listening to the music and that I get to connect with, it has never felt just more alive. So this is why I'm like always internally battling with the thoughts, oh my goodness, people really connect with this and are supporting it. And then also noticing just like a very big gap where there is supposed to be support from these larger companies that just don't support it, I guess. When you see this lack of support, you're just kind of like, what else is needed? Especially when you've been going at it for like professionally for over 8 years, and you have been working relentlessly, and it's quite literally crickets. And it's not even midnight. So once again, thank you. And you better accept that thank you. I will be eternally grateful for that. Till, the day that Thanks for listening to my thoughts. I don't think they really made that much sense, but I just wanted to get them off my chest and give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into the behind the scenes and things that you may not see too much. I love you so much. Don't forget it. And I remember when I was like 5 years old, somebody asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I want to be a singer. And room went dead silent. Everyone's like,